Yo, yo, yo. I hope you're all well. Ryan Billy Tate here. I want to talk today about the changing world we're living in and how digital everything is going. Tai Lopez, I shared a video on my Instagram page last night, and a good friend that I work with sort of mentioned hopefully we don't totally go to a digital world. I hope not to see that, and I don't think we will totally go digital. There's some things that can't be automated and that humans need to do. I think some of the menial jobs like picking parts, or they're talking about lawyers spending 7 years learning all the laws so they can rattle them off and come up with an argument. I think, automation would make it really handy to have all that knowledge a lot more accessible. So things like that, I think is a positive for the world. And also other jobs are created through technology changing the world as well. So it's not a doom and gloom factor totally. Tai Lopez in the video that I shared was talking about how the youngest billionaire ever to be produced on the planet, Kylie Jenner, did it online, and just how much the world is changing. And I'm reading a book at the moment on the disruption of the advertising world and the way that people's habits have changed. They're putting up ad blockers. They are able to record programs, have been able to for some time, and not have the ads appearing. And fast forward straight through all the ads. So the hold that the advertising world has on customers is changing, and people are able to, especially these days, Generation Z or Z, depending where you live in the world, they definitely don't want to be pitched to, and are used to a world where they can totally avoid what my generation would have sort of grown up with. So it's really interesting. The world is changing. I remember probably 2 years ago doing a post about autos, the trucks that drive themselves, how that would change an industry. It was using America as an example, but just saying that would change the world in such a massive way, in such a fast fashion, once they are embraced. And they're already testing those autos, have been for some time, across the states. They had a gentleman sitting in a Mercedes truck which had a big office chair, and he's just sitting there with a clipboard monitoring statistics basically for how the automated truck was driving. So it wouldn't just be the truck drivers that are affected. It's the other jobs too that are around that as well. There's other things that are on flows too. So I guess where I'm going with this today, I'm a big believer in getting skills to work online, and there's thousands of different ways that you can do that. And if you've got a passion that you'd like to follow, actually I pulled the book out to talk about this as well, just quickly. WeChat is a platform used in China and just massive, and they were saying in this book, which is the disruption of the advertising industry and why this matters, Frenemies it's called, by Ken Orletta. He's mentioned that the future is not going to be predicted by Silicon Valley within tech. It's now going to be China that they're leading the field already. And one of the examples, a study done, and this was in mid-2016, so 3 years ago now, they were saying it has 800 million users, so nearly 1 billion users, 80% of whom spend more than an hour a day on one of its sites, especially WeChat. So this is Tencent is the company. So WeChat is their most prominent app to communicate with family and friends and strangers. They use simple barcodes to partake in 500 million daily transactions, employing 300 million credit cards, that link to 300,000 stores, all without switching to another app. If the client does not know, Kasan can explain what WeChat is as a one-stop service that combines the varied functions of PayPal, Facebook, Uber, Amazon, Netflix, banks, and Expedia, and countless apps. It is clear to Kasan the mobile future is being shaped in China, not Silicon Valley. And then it goes on to say, you know, this frightens his clients. He runs an advertising agency. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that today. There is literally thousands of different ways that you can work online. It's unlimited, really. So if you've got an interest in doing that, I'm happy to work with you, guide you through it, and talk about, you know, what you'd like to do, what your passion is. Because I feel very strongly about it. I don't think you should totally rely on it. It's good to have a mixed plan and you know, still have a job, but to hone your skills and have a plan B as well is important, I think, because if anything does happen to that job that you turn up to and it's hard to find work, you've got something else that's that you're doing, and also if it's your passion, it's you know, gets you up out of bed in the morning and can be a lot better life. You're pursuing something that you really enjoy and lights your fire. So, I mean, even apps, I can show you how to create your own app, mobile app, if you want to do that. There's literally thousands of different things you can do. So, I'm going to wrap this one up. If you've got value from it, please feel free to share it. Hit that like or love button, and I'm going to do a lot more content moving forward, so stay tuned. And check out transform1mlives.com, my YouTube channel, because I'm going to be piling a lot of content into that. So transform1mlives.com. Appreciate you, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Ryan Billy Tate signing out.